Now, let's go to the second section, China's natural environment. First, China's topography and landforms. China has a vast territory of complex terrain. There are high altitude, large plateaus, tall and rugged mountains, flat and broad plains, low and rolling hills, and large and small basins surrounded by mountains and low-lying areas. In general, China has more mountains than it does flat land. Mountainous areas, including plateaus, mountains, and hills, account for more than 2/3 of the country's total land area. Plains only account for 18.75% of the total land area. China's topography is high in the west and low in the east. According to the altitude from west to east, it can be divided into 3 levels. The highest level is Qinghai Tibet Plateau, which is known as the roof of the world, with an average elevation of over 4,000 meters. The second level is 1,000 to 2,000 meters above the sea level. The third level is less than 500 meters above sea level, with vast plains, hills, and low mountains in the southeast. From the third level of the land to continue, we could go below to the sea surface. Under the sea surface, there is a shallow sea, continued shift. The feature of China's terrain, high in the west and low in the east, make most rivers flow eastward into the sea. The differences in altitude between the 3 levels is also very conducive to the development and utilization of river water resources. Here are the landform types in China. We could see the pictures. First plains, then hills, then mountain range, then plateaus, and then basins. Now let's go to see the 5 types of landforms in China. Firstly, mountain range. The mountain range are formed by the extension of the mountains and often makes the dividing lines of various terrains. We will introduce that Qingling Ridge. Qingling Ridge in the east-west direction can be regarded as a natural boundary line between the north and the south of China's geography. Then we go to the plateaus. China has 4 grand plateaus: the Qingling Tibet Plateau, the Inner Mongolia Plateau, the Loess Plateau, and the Yunnan Guizhou Plateau. Their total area accounts for almost 1/3 of country's total land area. And then we go to the basins. Xinjiang Tarim Basin, the Yangzhou Basin, the Qinghai Hainan Basin and the Sichuan Basin are known as four major basins in China. Then we go to the plains. Northeast Plain, the North China Plain, and the middle and lower reaches of Yangzhou River Plain are the three major plains in China. They are connected to the north and south and have feature land. They are the most important agricultural areas in China. Then we go to the hills. There are many hills in China, most concentrated in the south of the Yangzhou River. There are many kinds of plants in the hilly area, and many economic trees, such as tea trees and fruit trees, are planted. Underground minerals are very rich. The second question of this section is the mountains in China. China's mountainous area are very vast. Firstly, we will go to Himalayas. The Himalayas are the highest mountain in the world, consisting of many parallel ranges. The Himalayan range is located on the Chinese border next to India and Nepal, east to the big bend of the yangzhou River, west to the Pamir Plateau, with a total length of more than 2,400 kilometers, and with an average altitude of more than 6,000 meters. Zhongshanma, the main peak, is on the border between China and Nepal. It is 8,844.43 meters above sea level and is the highest mountain in the world. Due to the high altitude, the Himalayas are not rich in food, and even the air is very thin, but it has the largest area of ice and snow outside of the North and South Poles. Since the 20th century, many Chinese and foreign mountain climbers have come to the Himalayas to explore and study. The Himalayas are like growing child, growing up slowly in the world's eyes and looking forward to discovering the secrets of growing up. Then we can see the pictures that shows us how the Himalayas built. Then we go to the Qinling Ridge. Where is Qinling? Qinling is in central China. It is a high mountain range that runs east and west. In China, we always call it Qinling, and Ling means ridge. Qinling runs from Gansu province in the west, passes through Shanxi, and reaches Henan in the east. It has a total length of more than 1,500 kilometers and a width that ranges from 10 kilometers to more than 200 kilometers. The Qingling Ridge is like a large tall windshield. It blocks the cold air that goes south in the winter, and also blocks the warm and humid air coming from the south in the summer. After all, the Qingling Ridge is regarded as a natural boundary between China's north and the south. So, if someone tells you that he is a South China or a North China, so that you can know he lives in the north of Qingling or he lives in the south of Qingling. The main peak of Qingling Ridge is Mount Taibai. The Mount Taibai is 3,767 meters above the sea level. It is about 1 kilometer west of the ancient Chinese capital, Xi'an. So it is also called the back garden of Xi'an. That is Qingling. It's a huge mountain. And this is Mount Taibai, the peak of Qingling. Now, let's come to the rivers in China. Rivers, they are usually be considered as the aqueduct of human civilizations, and China's rivers give birth to people of China. Chinese rivers can be divided into 3 major water systems: the Pacific Ocean, the Indian Ocean, and the Arctic Ocean with water systems. Firstly, let's go to Yangtze River. This river, we usually call it Changjiang in Chinese, or Yangzhoujiang. I think the name Yangtze River comes from Yangtze River. This river, Yangtze River, travels through Qinghai, Tibet, Sichuan, Yunnan, Chongqing, Hubei, Hunan, Jiangxi, Anhui, Jiangsu, and Shanghai, until from the east of Chongming Island it pours into the East China Sea. The length of Yangtze River is more than 6,300 kilometers, making it the 3rd largest river in the world and the longest river in Asia. The high drop also brings abundant hydraulic power resources. People built the 3 barges and Gezhouba hydropower stations in the upper reaches of the Yangtze River. It is Yangtze River, or we call it Yangzhoujiang. Then we go to the Yellow River. The Yellow River means Huanghe in China. We call it Huanghe in China. Huang equals